NBC.
Prison discipline for a woman who caused the injuries that killed a little boy. Good evening and thank you for watching. I am Todd Blackington. Michelle Bott-Graham may have been sentenced to 20 years in prison for child injury, but her troubles continue. Brenda Baumgartner joins us now live at the Pocatello Women's Prison. Brenda, what'd she do now?
Well, Todd, today we learned that Michelle Bott-Graham, while she's been serving time here at the Pocatello Women's Correctional Facility, conspired with another inmate as well as a member of the public to have black tar heroin smuggled into the prison. We learned today that on March 24th, officers here at the prison observed a man kind of milling about the prison facility, taking pictures, looking through binoculars, and just studying the outside here. They called the Pocatello Police Department, who came up, but the man had already left. Prison officials then began an investigation and discovered this scheme by Michelle Bott-Graham and another inmate, a 31-year-old Shannon Lee Kelly. According to Corrections Department officials, the plan was to have the man toss the heroin over the fence, and then Bott-Graham and Kelly would retrieve it then from the prison grounds. That's what we know at this time. Todd, back to you.
All right, Brenda, do we know anything about the person who was taking the pictures and was also a supposed co-conspirator here?
It's a good question, and actually, we don't know a lot about that. That's a question that's still being asked. We're trying to find out as much information as we can. What we have heard right now is that no charges have been filed against the man. They do know who it was, and we're going to ask more questions about that. Another interesting fact about this case is that Shannon Lee Kelly, the other inmate that was working to conspire with Michelle Bott-Graham, is serving time here for the exact same charges that Michelle Bott-Graham is here for, which is child injury. Back to you.
All right, Brenda Baumgartner uncovering the story. Thank you very much, Brenda. Well, after years of construction in Old Town Pocatello, city leaders say things should be turning around as most of the major construction is done. Old Town is preparing for several large events this weekend, including the farmers market and community breakfast tomorrow morning. Many of the businesses met this afternoon at the Pocatello Red Line to discuss the future of the Old Town area. Many excited to kick off the summer season tomorrow morning.
Oh, we're excited. It's almost summer, which means spring's here and the farmers market is ready to open. They'll open officially at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but at 8 o'clock we'll start serving free community breakfast, pancake, sausage, juice, a really nice breakfast to really kick off the farmers market and community-wide cleanup, which starts at 9:15 and right after everyone's eaten breakfast.
The community breakfast will be held at the Old City building in Old Town, where the farmers market is every year now. Well, the Idaho Falls Police Department says it is in line to have its own bomb squad by next year or sooner. Andrew Del Greco is live in the Idaho Falls newsroom with more. Andrew.
Todd, with 3 bomb threat instances this year alone and 2 in Yukon in the last month, the Idaho Falls Police Department says they are indeed planning to establish their own bomb squad. Captain Roger Smart says 2 officers just completed hazardous materials training in Alabama. The training is a precursor to get on the waiting list for bomb school in Huntsville, Alabama. The waiting list is about 12 to 18 months, but the captain is trying to get the officers in by this summer. He talked about why agencies across the United States are now establishing their own bomb squads.
The day and age is here now that, you know, with all of our terrorists and the fact that these things are readily available to make bombs, experimental. Young people are starting to experiment with making bombs. You can get all this information basically off the internet.
And Captain Smart says the bomb squad here in Idaho Falls will be regional, meaning they'll travel up and down I-15 wherever their services may be needed. Todd, now back to you.
All right, Andrew Del Greco. Andrew, thank you very much. Well, slashing sticks and hard hits are just a part of the sport of lacrosse as it begins to take root in Pocatello. Doug Anderson checks in with the local lacrosse program and finds a healthy mix of academics and athletics.
I hadn't really found a sport that I enjoyed that much.
That is until he found the sport with the hooked stick. A fast, fun, and physical sport.
Most of the concepts come from other sports like basketball, hockey, soccer.
Bandits on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Bandits! Joining Ray Langham's squad is number 13, Jeff Hancock.
It takes a little while to get used to.
The jargon, the strategy, the mindset.
It is a lot like hockey through the air.
You can't just be athletic. You got to know, who you're going to cover, where you're going to pass to.
Chris Herning is a 14-year-old freshman at Century High School.
Basically, the midi runs up and down the field. You play offense and defense.
Jeff is a junior at Pocatello High School.
I do like Spanish.
Herning, he loves history.
I like learning about what happened in the past, and I like learning about the military side of it.
Dumb jock, not an accurate stereotype when it comes to the Pocatello Bandits.
Plan to go to college.
And this defender aspires to become a midi of a different sort.
Signing up for the more challenging classes, because Naval Academy wants to be good at math and science. So I'm on the honors track and all that, and then debate is also considered an honors course.
The honors for Herning also evident outside the classroom.
Also working on my Eagle Scout right now, so scouting's pretty important to me.
Tools of the trade.
You have gloves and elbow pads, and you can stick check.
But with all the contact, what can't you do?
The only thing you really cannot do is hit a player where you're going to cause harm. And so that's defined as in the back, in the head, and below the waist.
Certain to draw a penalty.
You have to always be thinking. You can't just run out and hit people.
Good kids, good grades, and good lacrosse. In Pocatello, Doug Anderson, NBC News Channel 6.
Now, Hancock and Herning are two of the 26 athletes who, for just the second year, have played lacrosse in Pocatello. The Bandits compete with teams throughout Idaho and Utah. There's also a team in Idaho Falls. All right, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Doug Iverson. Get a first look at our forecast tonight. Doug?
Hello there, Todd. We're a little cloudy, at least over the lower half of the valley. Pocatello right now, the temperature is in the 50s, 51 degrees. Air pressure dropping. Now the wind out of the north at 5 miles per hour. Idaho Falls just a little bit cooler, 49 degrees. Now we have some storminess nearby. Take a look at all that green just to the south and east of Pocatello. Rain showers, it looks like around McCammon, Lava Hot Springs. Also some rain, snow near Montpelier. Cokeville, Wyoming, seeing some snow. That's all part of a storm system that may actually impact some of our weekend. In fact, we're seeing a few lightning strikes, some thunderstorms just east of Montpelier. Will we see anything like that here in the Snake River Valley? I'll have the answer to that question with your 6-day forecast coming up.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. Well, a local greenhouse is making it easier for parents to persuade their kids to go shopping for flowers. Town and Country Gardens in Idaho Falls and Pocatello are holding their annual Flower Power Customer Appreciation. Those who attend can spin that wheel right there for prizes handed out on the spot. They include the very popular Huckleberry ice cream from Farr's, which is also just 25 cents. Hot dogs are available along with larger prizes as well.
Mostly a customer appreciation thing, and then we have also these big prizes behind me that people can win, lawn programs, little wheelbarrows, different types of things and plants and things like that. So it just kind of help show appreciation of the community and kind of kick off the spring season and things like that.
Now, Town and Country Gardens is open from 10 to 8 tomorrow. Everyone is welcome to come in and spin the wheel. No purchase there is necessary. All right, coming up a little later, the Maypole, why a local neighborhood is using this tradition as a way to make the area safe. But first...
I'm Christy Henderson. The Boy Scout Jamboree is underway here in Blackfoot. Find out how Scouts will help train first responders coming up after the break.
You're watching NBC News Channel 6 at 6 with Brenda Baumgartner and Todd Blackington. Meteorologist Doug Iverson with weather and Brad Shelgren with sports. NBC News Channel 6 at 6, where news comes first.
Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape. Personal attention also has this shape. American Family is the first insurance company with agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates. Your American Family agent is committed to doing everything possible to make sure you're satisfied. It's personal service on a whole different level, and it only comes in this color and this shape.
American Family Insurance.
Obesity among Americans has reached epidemic proportions. Unfortunately, people often eliminate nutrition-rich dairy foods from their diet while trying to control their weight. However, research is showing that eating at least 3 servings of nutrition-rich low-fat milk, cheese, or yogurt daily, coupled with a reduced calorie diet, may help prevent obesity. Dairy, food for life.
Your doctor ordered medical care at home. How do you select a quality home health agency? Make sure they're fully accredited with a distinguished record. They specialize in orthopedic and post-surgical care as well as the care of chronically ill individuals. Provide home care supplies and equipment. Idaho Home Health and Hospice, the trusted choice for your home care needs.
Idaho Home Health and Hospice, people caring for people.
Tonight a pizza night or a taco night? Why not have both? Introducing the new Taco Grande Pizza from Papa Murphy's. It's fresh dough layered with refried beans and salsa. Then we pile on 100% real mozzarella and add seasoned ground beef, Roma tomatoes, green onions, and black olives. Then we top it off with aged cheddar cheese. Now it's only $9.99 for a large, which makes any night pizza and taco night. Handmade in our kitchen, home baked in your oven. That's Papa Murphy's.
This segment of NBC News Channel 6 is brought to you by American Family Insurance.
You're watching NBC News Channel 6, where news comes first.
Thousands of Boy Scouts from around eastern Idaho are converging on the Blackfoot Fairgrounds for the Grand Teton Council Jamboree. Christy Henderson is live at the Eastern Idaho Fairgrounds. Christy, what's going on out there right now?
Todd, Boy Scouts have arrived and are beginning to set up camp. But earlier this afternoon, hazmat teams were busy preparing to decontaminate hundreds of scouts.
Oh, okay, good. You want these turned on?
Decontamination crews practice their setup skills, having the tent set up and water flowing in about 4.5 minutes. Saturday's exercise provides emergency responders with the opportunity to bring 2 regional response teams together to train and to actually deal with mass numbers of contaminated victims.
Normally we do an exercise and we'll have maybe 20 or 30 volunteers show up to be decontaminated. At this event, there'll be 4,000 or 5,000 scouts here, and we'll have an opportunity to actually decon 500 or 600.
These yellow decontamination tents will be full of scouts who have been contaminated with Class A foam, which is essentially firefighting foam, and will be treated by hazmat crews. Preliminary tests estimate about 100 people an hour should be able to be decontaminated.
We're hoping with training and running both systems together that we can do more than that.
The regional response teams have also included the 101st Civil Support Team from Boise in the drill.
It's very valuable for us because we can anticipate then sort of the needs that they're going to have as they come across a situation where they're going to need to do a mass decon.
The Civil Support Team is responsible for providing reliable communication between all parties involved, including fire, police, and talk-about radios.
It makes it easier for everybody to understand what's going on and to maintain their situational awareness as to, the events as they're occurring.
A drill designed to prepare both current and future regional response teams.
It's a great opportunity for us to share this information and this technology with the kids that someday are going to be doing our jobs.
The decontamination drill will begin tomorrow morning, and we'll be here to see how the exercise turned out. Now, this year's Jamboree will also celebrate the 100th anniversary of Scouting Worldwide. Todd, back to you.
All right, Christy Anderson reporting. Christy, thank you very much. And if anybody's ever been camping with Scouts, they could probably use that decontamination every time. Not just when they're doing hazmat training. You got another picture for us today?
Yes, from Montpelier.
Good.
If you look closely, you'll see a double rainbow.
Oh, yeah, I do see it.
You see it? The Shapers emailed that in. That was from last spring, doesn't it?
There's another one,
beautiful. Nice. Thank you. And if you have a weather pic you'd like to share with Eastern Idaho, just email me, diverson@kpvi.com. Temperatures outside, a little on the cool side if you're down on the lat. It's only 39 degrees, 39 in Grace. See, it's some rain down there, a little snow too in the high country. We'll talk about that storm along with your weekend forecast next.
All new Dateline Friday. A beauty queen with the perfect life. Wealthy husband, loving children. When one shot changed everything and her secret life was exposed. Adultery, jealousy, murder. Dateline Friday, NBC 8/7 Central.
It was amazing. They're breaking down the sets and the makeup people were putting on makeup, taking wigs off, and then...
I like what this guy has to say. I know, you're me. I know you're not, I'm you.
The biggest stars of Saturday Night Live come back to prime time to relive the decade's funniest moments.
I gotta have more cowbell.
With all the backstage stories that made headlines.
It was colossal. It was just the biggest thing in the world.
Well, Lottie freaking God!
An all-new primetime special, Saturday Night Live in the 90s, Sunday 9/8 Central on NBC.
We care about helping people with credit problems. Our automatic car credit philosophy is not only helping you overcome your credit problems, but helping you get the vehicle you want at a payment and budget that you can afford. After all, it's a long-term commitment to reestablishing your credit and developing a relationship between automatic car credit and you, the customer. Simply put, you owe it to yourself to give us a try before you buy. At automatic car credit, it's all about making customers for life.
Now
Now's the time for your new dream kitchen at Dell's Home Appliance and Mattress Center in Pocatello. Get up to $500 cash back on a new GE kitchen, plus free delivery on the purchase of a new GE front-load washer and dryer set. For a limited time, pay nothing down, pay no interest, and make no payments for 12 months on all GE appliances over $499. Don't miss your chance to save on all GE home appliances on sale now at Dell's.
Dale's Home Appliance and Mattress Center. You can't beat a Dale's deal.
The Southeastern District Health Department and the Southeastern Idaho Safe Kids Coalition presents the Safety Fair and Safety Seat Check 2007, May 5th from 10 to 2 at Pine Ridge Mall. Let Child Safety Seat certified technicians inspect your safety seat and teach you how to use it properly. See the Port Neff Medical Center Life Flight Helicopter, mini train rides by Operation Lifesaver, a kids triathlon presented by Exo Weight Loss, the Tubblecab fire trucks, and much more. The Safety Fair and Safety Seat Check 2007, May 5th at Pine Ridge Mall.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker from Soda Springs. You know, there's a reason our service department is rated #1, because small town guys know their trucks. It's just that simple. We have your part when you need it.
It's just that simple.
In Soda Springs, we're always thinking of ways to lower our overhead and save you money.
It's just that simple.
We're Hunziker Chevrolet, just east of Lavaha Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Weather on NBC News Channel 6 is brought to you by Todd Hunziker Chevrolet.
And now, weather with meteorologist Doug Iverson on NBC News Channel 6, with seals of approval from the American Meteorological Society and the National Weather Association.
If you're going south this weekend, it will be a little stormy, especially over northern Utah. They've had rain today. Tomorrow, they'll see rain and snow, perhaps snow in the morning, and a relatively cool there. Salt Lake City, 52 for high. Las Vegas tomorrow, about 20 degrees warmer, 73 for an afternoon high. Partly sunny, back up into Idaho. At least the western half of the state looking pretty good tomorrow. Twin Falls, 60, partly sunny, and look at that gorgeous sky condition in Boise. Sunshine, clear, 63 degrees. Sun Valley, partly sunny with a high of 50. In Pocatello today, 52. That was in town. Still a bit on the cool side. Look how cold it was last night. Got down to 30. That was in town. 51 for Idaho Falls. Got down to 25 last night. This morning in IF, so definitely was freezing. Dry out there so far. Have a look at the radar map. Ooh, that's what we've been watching. There's where all the storming is. All part of a much bigger storm over northern Utah. See it right there. Now, there's a question mark on how far north this will move. Thinking is right now, a lot of it will move towards the north, which means part of eastern Idaho may actually see some rain and snow here in the next 24 hours. We'll set this map in motion. The light gray white areas indicate the cloud cover, and the green indicates the probability or the possibility of precipitation. Watch how that moves, yet right over, especially over the Pocatello area all the way down to Montpelier. Farther north you go tomorrow, probably the less likely you'll see anything, but with this storm system moving in and high pressure moving out, high pressure building in rapidly tomorrow afternoon, we're going to get some wind out of this storm from all areas. So the weekend may start off a little stormy. It all depends on how, where, and when that storm will move through. So tonight's forecast. There is a 40% chance of snow overnight for the Snake River Valley. That's Pocatello, Blackfoot, American Falls, even a possibility too for Idaho Falls, Rexburg, and St. Anthony. I think the farther north you are, Pocatello, less likely you'll see something. Tonight for the mountains and highlands, 40% chance of rain and snow, mainly for Soda Springs, Montpelier, Jackson, rain and snow. Driggs, and just a small chance. Island Park, you should be in the clear, at least a mostly cloudy sky, but in the clear as far as precipitation goes. Tomorrow for the mountains and highlands, a 40% chance of snow mainly south. So Jackson, Soda Springs, decent chance of snow there. Chalice, Salmon, dry. Island Park, Driggs, you're kind of caught in the middle. Just a small possibility of snow in Driggs. I think Island Park will see mainly just clouds in the morning with lots of wind by the afternoon. And tomorrow for the Snake River Valley, a chance of rain and snow in the morning. Definitely windy in all areas. We'll get a good dose of sunshine in the afternoon. Highs will range from the lower to mid-50s. Much better weather to be had by all come Sunday. Partly sunny, 64, 70s. Monday through Thursday will be storm-free. The first part of the work week, Idaho Falls 6-day forecast. Just a 30% chance tomorrow morning of rain and snow. No chance Sunday, and in fact, there'll be no chance to really see anything clear through Thursday.
Not bad. All right, Doug, thank you very much. Hey, the Jazz got the win they needed last night. Also, more lacrosse and the Kentucky Derby tomorrow.
Run for the Roses, that's tomorrow, right here on NBC.
That's right.
Plug, right? We'll talk about that. Plus, lacrosse tournament comes to town, and of course, the Jazz. We'll hear from them next in sports.
One of the nation's most prestigious anti-terrorism schools is here in Idaho. Next week on NBC News Channel 6 at 10, we'll explain why only a handful of Idaho law enforcement officers have even heard of GTI. The experts say the next big attack will likely happen in a small-town elementary school or mall.
You live in a city of 15,000. That means there are 15,000 terrorist targets living in your city.
So why aren't we taking the threat more seriously in Idaho? Watch The Forgotten War, Monday at 10, only on NBC News Channel 6.
Dear Mrs. Crandall, it's easy to get so busy we can forget there are others who need our help.
Some people have eyes to see, a friend in need of help.
Let's work on your reading, okay?
Some people have ears to hear.
The umpire said you're safe.
Good job, Max. Thanks. Vanessa, you're next.
They show us how much they care.
At the seashore, you can learn about the tide through the treasures, the sea throws on the beach, the web of constant change.
I'm really proud of you.
Mama! By taking the time to help my daughter read, you've become her hero. And mine.
Make a difference. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Prescription drugs are expensive, but now there is a way to save money. It's called Medicare Prescription Drug Coverage, and it's available to anyone who is eligible for Medicare. There are people who can help you sign up. The help is free and easy to get. The sooner you sign up, the faster you'll save. So how do you start? Simple. Call 211. Tell them you want to sign up for Medicare Prescription Drug Coverage. Do it today.
This message is brought to you by the Idaho Department of Insurance and the SHIBA program.
Alec Baldwin and his ex-wife face off in court. Next in competition.
And now, sports with Brad Shelgren on NBC News Channel 6, where news comes first.
There are 7 days in a week, 7 wonders of the world, and 7 deadly sins, and the Jazz are hoping to make the Rockets look like the 7 Dwarfs in Game 7 on Saturday. Last night, the Jazz held serve at home, beating the Rockets 94-82, sending the series back to Houston on Saturday for the deciding game. So it's a do-or-die time for both teams come 7:30 p.m. at the Toyota Center.
It's all or nothing. You know, we got to come out with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity, you know, to go down there and win at their home court. And we got to win on the road, so that's real big for us right now. We go down there, you know, play like we played tonight, you know, sky's the limit for us.
Here is O'Toole, and they explode here in Salt Lake.
We almost got them last time over there, you know, so it's going to be a fun game for us. We just need to go in there and just play hard and fun.
The Dallas Mavericks made NBA history for all the wrong reasons last night by losing to Golden State, becoming the only team to win 65 games during the regular season and not win a playoff series. They also become only the 3rd #1 seed to lose to a number 8 seed in NBA history.
This is probably the toughest situation I've been involved in my 19 years. One of the more disappointing ones. But again, you got to take your hats off to the Warriors, take your hats off to Nelly.
Anything else but a championship is a disappointment, and obviously the pressure was very high.
Dozens of lacrosse teams from all over Utah and Idaho are in the Gate City this weekend for the Pocatello Lacrosse Jamboree. 18 teams right now, and it's still growing.
Really excited. We were not expecting this many teams, you know, willing to come up and play this weekend, but kept on getting more and more phone calls, and so we said, yeah, come on and play.
I'm not sure what's more intoxicating, the mint juleps or the thrill of watching the fastest 2 minutes in sports. We are drinking in the excitement of the Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs the place to be to watch the 133rd run of the Derby. The winner takes home a purse of $2 million. Curlin is the 7-2 favorite to win the Derby.
Came out of it extremely confident. His physical condition has been excellent since, and I think that he's set up for a very good race.
Police in St. Louis say Cardinals pitcher Josh Hancock was legally drunk when he crashed his SUV into a tow truck on Sunday, killing him instantly. His blood alcohol level was almost twice the legal limit. Police also found over 8 grams of marijuana in his car. Hot Shots, and this has lawsuit written all over it. That fan, he had the little cartoon legs working on that dunk there. Probably not a great idea. And watch this, little insult to injury, gets hit in the tummy, and then takes a little spill.
Oh,
that's not good work.
That's too bad.
Two bad fans right there.
All right, thank you very much, Brad. Well, after the break, what a maypole has to do with community safety.
Original Beauty Rest pocketed coil springs have been refined by Simmons for over 80 years. So while other mattresses come and go, Beauty Rest pocketed coil springs provide unsurpassed motion separation and conform to the unique shape of your body for an undisturbed night's sleep. Simmons Beauty Rest.
Get better sleep for the two of you with Queen Simmons sets starting at $2.99. Only at Blackers, where we simply sell Simmons for less. Idaho Falls and Blackfoot.
I'm Surgeon General Richard Carmona. As the nation's doctor, it's my job to keep Americans healthy. Today, 2/3 of us are overweight, and that's not healthy. If you are thinking about losing weight, remember that how you diet is as important to your health as losing weight. Rather than trying the latest fad, choose a weight loss program that will lead to long-term weight loss. That means learning to make healthy food choices, adding physical activity, and creating a supportive atmosphere. Losing weight should make you healthier, so be sure to get there in a healthy way.
When it comes to dogs, cats, and kids, sharing just comes naturally. They share their toys, their beds, even their favorite snacks. But pets and people can share other things as well, like disease. Zoonotic diseases are illnesses that can be transmitted from animals to humans, like leptospirosis, or diseases that affect both people and pets, like Lyme disease. Fortunately, you can help reduce the risk by visiting your veterinarian. Your veterinarian can help protect against zoonotic disease and potentially harmful parasites. Most important, a wellness exam from your veterinarian twice a year can help detect, treat, or prevent health problems before they become serious. So share affection, not illness, and ask your veterinarian about zoonotic disease protection for all your loved ones. A message from the American Veterinary Medical Association and your local veterinarians.
We've never had the pleasure of meeting. Our kids play different sports.
You wouldn't recognize me at the dry cleaners. But if you ever need it, I'm ready to save your life. When you help the American Red Cross, you help America.
The tradition of the maypole dates back to the Middle Ages, and one local group resurrected it today. For the 5th year in a row, the Lewis and Clark neighborhood of Pocatello weaved their very own maypole, all in the name of neighborhood safety. The maypole celebration took place in the parking lot at Berry Ski and Sports, and organizers say they do this to jumpstart the neighborhood watch program. The event was nothing short of musical numbers, a devotional, and also the presentation of the Hats Off Award. All right, coming up new for you tonight at 10 o'clock, the road to recovery for a local business. 7 weeks ago, a fire destroyed Michigan Scraper Works in Bonneville County. What it took for the company to get back to operation and what equipment they started sending out today. Plus, a steam engine pulls into Pocatello. Why this antique is a sign of health for the railroad. Those stories and the TKO boxing fundraiser at Hillcrest. It's all tonight on NBC News Channel 6 at 10. And if you're headed out the door tonight,
chance of snow overnight.
Whoa.
Tonight with
Yeah.
a chance of rain and snow tomorrow morning, and definitely windy all week.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for watching. We will see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock.
Need more information on